Hello everyone and welcome to this Playwright tutorial. In this tutorial we will learn to upload the file using the Playwright. So let's begin. Uploading files is very much common nowadays in web applications. So in Playwright it's really easy to handle the upload file feature. So let me go to the browser here and let me go to the Playwright website here, and here let me go to the documents here, and here just scroll down a bit here and you will be going to this actions here, and here you will find that upload files. Just click on this one. So in Playwright you can easily upload files. So they have provided one method, and the method is setup input files. So you need to find an element, then you need to use this set input files method, and using that you can provide the file inside that one and you can simply upload the file. So that's really simple. And here if you want to upload the multiple files, simply again you will be using that set input files method, and inside that we will be providing an array of those files. Okay, and in case if you want to remove the uploaded files, simply again using the same set input files method, and here we will be providing an empty array. And in case if you want to upload a buffer from memory, so this means that you want to create a file at the runtime and you also want to upload that file, so you can also do this. And here the challenging part here is that this whole only works when there's a input type, right? So input to an input element, right? So HTML should have an input type, so this will be applicable. In case there's some uploaders where basically you don't have an input tag, and for that they have also provided a method. So simply we will be using this one. So we'll be creating const file chooser promise. We will be using for wait for the event, and the event is file chooser basically, and we will be clicking on this one, uploading a file using this way. So we will see all these things step by step, and for these tutorials I will be using a couple of websites here. So this is the first one. So let me copy the URL from here and let me go to the website here and open this one. So this is a sample website here. So here you can see that we can select the file, and again we can select the multiple files from here. So if I click on this one, so if I want to select single file, I can select a single file, and it says that one file javascript-logo.png is uploaded here. Now if I want to select multiple files here, simply again I need to select the multiple files here, and you see both files are being selected here. Okay, and if I want to remove these files, again we don't have an option here, but using the Playwright we can do this one. So now let's go to the Visual Studio Code here, and let me create one file. I'm naming it as upload file.spec.js, and let me copy the previous code here and paste it here. And the first thing is that I need to change the name of the test. So the first test is a single file upload, and first thing is that we need to provide the URL. So let me copy this one from here and go to the Visual Studio Code, and now provide me this one here. And now the second thing is that once we are on this page, let me remove this line from here, and simply using the set input files, I can directly provide this one. So await and then page dot set input files. So this is a method here, and so inside this method we can provide a single file or multiple files. So in case of multiple files we will be using a array here, and at the same time what we need to do is that we need to identify the element first. So before we can use this method, simply page dot locator and locate the element first, right? And let me go back here, let me right click on this one, inspect this one here, let me go here to select a sub. So this is a relative XPath. Let me copy this one from here. Let's go back here, and here let's provide this one. So now we have selected the element, and after that now we can use this select input files, and so here select input files, and now inside that we need to provide our file. So if your file exists in your project folder, so simply you can give a file name, but right now we are picking up the file from the system. In this case, we need to provide a complete path of the file. So if I go to my folders here, so let me my downloads here. So this is a file. So let me right click on this one and go to show more options, going to properties. So this is a path. Let me copy this one and provide the path here. And also here we don't need to use a backward slash, so here we need to use a forward slashes. So forward slash, then document, then the name of the file with the extension. Okay, so if I go here, so basically the name of the file is Playwright, and again if I go to property, so the name of the file is Playwright and the extension is .png. Okay, so we need to provide the name and say .png, and that's it. This is how simple it is to upload a file in the Playwright. So now let me run this one here and see what happens. So simply npx playwright test -g, name of the test is single file upload. Okay, and I will be using a edit mode so that we can see the execution here. So it will open the website and it should select the file. And why this is tricky, because when we click on the button, so it's basically a window dialog box, right? So that's why it's challenging. And here you see the file is selected here. And why it is challenging, the reason is that if I go here, so when I click on this one, so this is basically a Windows, Windows controller, and changing from web to controller is really challenging in different automation automation tools. But here in Playwright it's really easy, and you can simply select the file. And now we see that how we can select the single file. And now let's go with the multi-file. And here, and let me copy this one and paste it here, and let me change the name here to multi-file upload. And here let me skip this one from one, and here this one. So here we need to provide the files in the form of array. So I will create an array here, and so this is our array, and inside the array we need to provide the multiple files. So my both files are on the same directory level. Let me copy and paste this one here. And now if I go back here, let me see the details of this image here. Go to properties. So this is the name of the file, which is javascript-logo, and again this is .png. So let's go back here and let me provide this one here. Okay, so now we have array, and inside array we have this file and this file. Okay, so this is how it's easy, right? So let me save this file and let me run this one, and instead of a single, it's basically multi-file upload, right? And let me run this one and see what happens. So I should go to the website and it should select the both files. One is Playwright and one is JavaScript logo. So it's successfully selected both of the files here. Now the third thing is that if we want to create a file on the runtime, and we need to upload that one at the same time. So how we can do that? Simply, if I go here, and let me copy this complete test from here and paste it here, and this is basically a buffer from the memory. So if I go here and go to the documentation, so this is upload buffer from the family. So I'm using the buffer name for this one, buffer file upload. This is the name of the test. And again, we need to go to the website, and let me make it skip as of now. Okay, and now the first thing is that the syntax say that first we need to provide the URL. We need to select a file, either it's a single file or it's a multi-file, right? So if I copy this line of code from here and paste it here, let's go with a single file first. Okay, and in a similar way you can go with the multi-file, and here we have provided the file. Okay, and here the thing is that we will not be providing the file in such a way. The reason is that we are creating a file, right? And we will not be creating two files at the same time. We will be creating one file only, right? So simply, first we need a locator, then set files. So here, so let me remove this. And when we are selecting a file, basically, so what we need to do is that we need to provide multiple values. So this curly braces, and inside that what we need is that we simply need to provide the name of the file name, and let me call it as playwright dot with extension. And here we need to provide the main type, so main type, and which is basically, this is a text file, so text slash plain. And now the third thing is that we will be using a buffer here, and then buffer dot from, and here this is a test. Okay, so we have provided all the details here, and after this one, so let's see either it's working or not. So in above two cases, you can either select one file or multiple file. That's what we learned. And the third thing is that creating a file in the runtime and uploading it one. And let me save this one here. And here you see that I haven't provided a path here, right? Because we are creating on the runtime. And let me go here and let me run this one. So the name of the file or the test is basically this one, buffer one. Let me go here and change it here. So just give me a moment. So let's provide the name, and then again add this mode. Now let's run this one and see what happens. So I should open the website, and it should now create a file and upload or select this file. So that's how you can work with a single file, multi-file, and the file which you can create on the runtime. And if I go back here, and if I go here, you see that this is for the input type of element, right? So if I go here on the actual website, so if I go here and inspect this one into the HTML, you see that this is the input type file. So with the input type file, you can use in this way. But in case if there is no input type file and you need to upload a file, how you will do that? So let me show you one more example here. This is a website easyupload.io, and let me open here. And here, so here you can upload the file. So either you can drag and drop the files, or you click on this one. So once you click on this one, you can select a file, and here this pop-up will appear. So this means that the file has been selected successfully, right? So if I go here and inspect this one, so this is a button. So there is no input type, right? So how we can work with this one? So just like the Playwright have provided this snapshot, so we will be using this one file chooser one event, and we will be uploading a file. So here let me create one more file. So here upload file 1.spec.js. okay, and let's copy the previous code and paste it here, and let me provide the URL. Copy this one and paste it here, and let me change the name to upload file without input type. Okay, without input type. Okay, so the first thing is that we need to go this one. Okay, and let me remove this line of code from here, and so simply const file chooser promise goes to page dot, so wait for event. Okay, so wait for the event, and the event is basically a file chooser. So we need to provide an event here which is file chooser. Okay, so this is an event, and then await page dot locator, and just locate this one, and let me go here, go to this one, and let me go to selector sub. So this is a button, so this is a relative path, relative x path. Let me copy this one from here and paste it here. Now once you have provided this one, just click on this one first. Okay, so click on this one, and after clicking, now we will create one more variable called const file chooser, okay, is equals to await file choose promise, and then await page, not page. So basically we need to provide the path. So let's go back here, and so we have written this line, we have written this line, we have written this line. So now after this one, so after resolving the promise here, so basically, so here we need to select a file. So simply go back here, and here we will be using file chooser dot set files, and here we need to provide the path of the file. So let me copy the path from the previous script here. So this is a single one, so let me copy this one from here. Let's go here, and let me provide the path of the file here. Okay, so we have completed all the steps as suggested by the Playwright, and now what we need to do is that let's run this one and see what happens. So again, npx Playwright test -g to run the specific test here. So the name of the test is this one, and paste it here and press enter. So let's see what happens here, and it should open the website successfully, and it should select the file. So how we'll make sure that file is selected? We will see that particular pop-up which we see manually. So if that will appear, this means the file is selected successfully here. So it's working. Let's see what happens. You see that the pop-up is appeared here and our test is successfully passed here. Let me close this one here. So let me show you manually here. Basically, as soon as you click on this one and select a file, then this pop-up is appearing here, right? So let me copy this one here, and what we can do is that we can, okay, I mean, this line is for, you know, wait for the timeout, right? So that's why our tests were getting failed, because this particular line is getting failed. So if I go here, and because you see that this is failing, but it's not actually failing. If I go here and run this again here, so our test case is actually passing, but this timeout command is actually you know, failing. So this, yes, you saw that it's open the website, this upload pop-up appears. This means the file has been selected successfully here, and now this time is passed, because now the website loaded successfully and the page timeout is basically 10 seconds, because this is a page timeout, right? So it's just waiting for the 10 second. If time is, you know, taking more than 10 seconds, this will fail this one, right? This particular line of the code here, which is not actually relevant to the test at this moment. But let me summarize today's tutorial, and here we actually learn 3 things here. So if I go to the Playwright website here, so we learn that how we can you know, select a single file using this one. Then we learned that how we can select multiple files here. We haven't seen this one actually, so let's do this one as well. So, and we learned this one, buffer one, and we learned this one. So this one is remaining. So let me show this to you as well. And let me go to this upload file here, and in this one, let me remove the skip from this one, and let me put, you know, test here dot skip. Okay, so here we are actually selecting the multiple files, right? So in simple, let me copy this complete code of line from here, and we need to, after wait, we need to put this line, and here it should be an empty array, right? And the empty array. Okay, that's what you know, that's how you can actually remove the selected files, by providing an empty array here. Okay, so we are providing an empty array. And again, let me copy this line and paste it here and save this one. And now let's run this one, and the name of the test is multi-file upload. So this will use to unselect the files, multi-file upload, and let's run this one, and we will see that first it will select the files, multiple files, and then it will actually remove those files. So here you will, let's see what happens. So 2 files got selected, okay, and once the second will be executed, so it will be showing 0 files here. You see 0 files here. So the files which got selected now automatically unselected here. Okay, so let me close this one. Again, the timeout command basically is failing this one, but overall our test is working absolutely fine. So again, let me finally summarize this one. We learned that how we can select a single file. We learned that how we can select multiple files, how we can remove the selected files, how we can create a file and upload that one, means upload buffer from the memory. Okay, this one, and these all are basically applicable when there is a input type HTML, right? And if this is not the case, then you should be using this piece of code. You would be using a file chooser event. You will be opening that one. Then using the file chooser promise, you will be setting you will be setting the files, this one. So file chooser dot set files, and giving the path of the files, right? So we have learned all these in today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you like our content, then do like, comment, share and subscribe our channel. Once again, thank you so much and see you in the next tutorial.